Semen retention and spirituality are deeply interconnected pathways to personal mastery and higher consciousness. For many, the journey is about far more than just physical discipline. It's about unlocking the profound potential of the mind, body, and soul. Yet, not all techniques lead to liberation. Some methods, while seemingly harmless or even beneficial, can disrupt the delicate balance of energy and hinder spiritual progress. In this video, we delve into the forbidden techniques that one must avoid and how to achieve a state of higher consciousness through ethical, mindful practices. Understanding these forbidden techniques and their implications is crucial. This isn't about fear or dogma, but about awareness and intentionality. Each misstep can teach us something profound, if we are willing to learn. As we navigate this intricate terrain, we'll explore practical strategies to harness your energy, transcend limitations, and awaken to your higher self. Let's begin by exploring the pitfalls you must avoid. The illusion of suppression. Semen retention often begins with the notion of suppressing physical desires. While discipline is essential, suppression is not the same as transformation. The first forbidden technique is the attempt to deny or suppress desires without addressing their root causes. Suppression creates internal conflict, leading to frustration, resentment, and eventual relapse. When you suppress, you are merely bottling up energy that will find an outlet eventually. This could manifest as anger, anxiety, or other negative emotions. Instead of suppression, focus on transmutation, redirecting sexual energy into creative and spiritual pursuits. By doing this, you align with the natural flow of energy rather than fighting against it. Meditation and mindful practices can help you identify the origins of your desires. Are they born of loneliness, boredom, or societal conditioning? Awareness is the first step toward transformation. Suppression blocks this awareness, keeping you trapped in cycles of guilt and shame. Consider this. Energy cannot be destroyed, it can only be redirected. The key is to channel your energy into higher states of being. Techniques like pranayama, breath control, and creative visualization allow you to elevate your sexual energy, integrating it into your spiritual growth. In essence, suppression is a shadow disguised as strength. True power lies in integration and mastery, not in denial. By avoiding suppression, you pave the way for authentic growth and deeper self-understanding. Over-reliance on external tools. Another forbidden technique is becoming overly reliant on external tools, such as supplements, aphrodisiacs, or excessive use of affirmations. While these tools may seem like shortcuts, they can undermine the organic process of spiritual development. The path to higher consciousness requires internal alignment, not external crutches. Supplements and aphrodisiacs often promise enhanced vitality or control. However, they create a dependency that weakens your inner resolve. True mastery comes from cultivating your energy naturally, through disciplined practices like meditation, yoga, and proper nutrition. Relying on external aids disconnects you from your innate power. Affirmations, while positive, can also become a trap if used excessively without deeper reflection. Repeating statements without embodying their essence creates a superficial layer of confidence which may crumble under pressure. The journey to higher consciousness demands authenticity and embodiment, not hollow repetition. Instead of seeking external tools, invest in practices that build inner strength. Journaling, for instance, helps you track your progress and uncover patterns. Fasting can cleanse not just the body but also the mind, creating a fertile ground for spiritual insight. These practices ground you in self-reliance and resilience. The allure of shortcuts is strong, but they often lead to stagnation. Remember, the greatest tools are already within you: your breath, your mind, and your willpower. Trust in these and you will find that external tools become unnecessary distractions. Ignoring emotional alchemy. A common pitfall on the journey of semen retention and spirituality is ignoring the role of emotional alchemy. Many people focus solely on physical discipline, neglecting the emotional and mental energies that drive their desires. This neglect is a forbidden technique that can lead to imbalance and burnout. Emotions are energy in motion. When you suppress or ignore them, they stagnate and block your spiritual growth. For example, unresolved anger or grief can manifest as compulsive behaviors, undermining your commitment to semen retention. The key is to acknowledge, process, and transform these emotions. Techniques like shadow work and inner child healing are invaluable here. Shadow work involves confronting the darker aspects of your psyche, such as guilt, shame, or fear. You free yourself from their unconscious grip by bringing these shadows to light. Inner child healing, on the other hand, helps you address unmet needs and past wounds, fostering a sense of wholeness. Journaling and reflective meditation are practical tools for emotional alchemy. When you feel a strong desire or compulsion, ask yourself, what emotion is driving this? What unmet need is being expressed? By answering these questions, you can transmute emotional energy into spiritual growth. Ignoring emotional alchemy is like trying to sail a ship with hidden holes in its hull. No matter how disciplined you are, unresolved emotions will eventually surface, derailing your progress. Embrace emotional alchemy as an integral part of your journey, and you will navigate these waters with grace and wisdom. Misusing spiritual practices. Spiritual practices are powerful tools for growth, but when misused, they can become forbidden techniques that hinder progress. Misuse often arises from ego-driven motives or a lack of understanding. Practices like meditation, mantra chanting, and breathwork must be approached with humility and reverence. One common misuse is practicing solely for results, such as increased energy or spiritual powers. This outcome-oriented mindset creates attachment, which is antithetical to spiritual growth. True spirituality is about surrender, not control. When you chase results, you are feeding the ego rather than transcending it. Another misuse is practicing without proper guidance. Advanced techniques, such as Kundalini awakening or Tantra, require a deep understanding and often the supervision of a qualified teacher. Attempting these practices prematurely can lead to imbalances, such as overstimulation of the nervous system or spiritual disorientation. A third misuse is compartmentalizing spirituality. Some people meditate in the morning but fail to embody spiritual principles in daily life. This disconnect creates a fragmented approach that limits growth. Spirituality should permeate every aspect of your being, from how you interact with others to how you make decisions. To avoid these pitfalls, approach spiritual practices with intention and integrity. Start with foundational techniques like mindfulness meditation and grounding exercises. Seek guidance from reputable sources and prioritize integration over experimentation. Remember, the journey is as important as the destination. Neglecting the physical vessel. The journey to higher consciousness is holistic, encompassing the mind, body, and soul. Neglecting the physical vessel is a forbidden technique that can derail your progress. Your body is the temple through which spiritual energy flows. If it is weak or imbalanced, your spiritual practices will suffer. Poor diet, lack of exercise, and inadequate sleep are common ways people neglect their physical health. These habits lower your vibration, making it harder to sustain the high energy states required for spiritual growth. For instance, consuming processed foods can cloud your mind and dull your senses, hindering meditation and energy work. Another form of neglect is overindulgence in comfort. While rest and relaxation are important, excessive comfort-seeking leads to stagnation. The spiritual path requires discipline and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. Practices like cold showers and intermittent fasting can build resilience and enhance your energy levels. Physical neglect also includes ignoring the subtle body. Practices like yoga and qigong harmonize the flow of energy through your body, enhancing your spiritual potential. These practices strengthen your physical vessel while simultaneously awakening dormant energies. To honor your physical vessel, adopt a lifestyle that supports vitality. Eat whole, nutrient-dense foods. Engage in regular physical activity. Prioritize rest and recovery. By caring for your body, you create a solid foundation for your journey to higher consciousness. Overestimating willpower. A critical forbidden technique on the journey of semen retention and spirituality is overestimating your willpower. Many individuals believe sheer determination is enough to overcome temptations and sustain their practice. While willpower is important, it is a finite resource that can be depleted over time, especially when you're surrounded by constant triggers. Relying solely on willpower sets you up for failure. This approach often ignores the need for a supportive environment and healthy habits. For example, if you're constantly exposed to tempting stimuli, whether online or in your surroundings, your willpower will eventually wane. To succeed, you must create an ecosystem that supports your goals. Start by identifying and removing triggers. Replace unhealthy habits with positive ones. If you find yourself scrolling through social media, replace that habit with reading, meditating, or journaling. Building a supportive routine helps conserve willpower for moments when it's truly needed. Another effective strategy is cultivating mindfulness. Mindfulness allows you to observe urges without reacting impulsively. By understanding the transient nature of desires, you gain greater control over your actions. Pair mindfulness with accountability, whether through a mentor, a supportive community, or tracking your progress. Remember, willpower is a tool, not a solution. By creating a conducive environment and incorporating mindful practices, you build resilience and set yourself up for long-term success on this transformative journey. Spiritual arrogance. As you progress on your spiritual journey, it's easy to fall into the trap of spiritual arrogance. This forbidden technique manifests when individuals begin to see themselves as superior to others due to their practices or perceived progress. Spiritual growth is a deeply personal and humble endeavor, not a competition. Spiritual arrogance often stems from an attachment to identity. For instance, labeling oneself as a practitioner of semen retention or spirituality can create a sense of separation from others. This separation contradicts the essence of higher consciousness, which is rooted in unity and interconnectedness. To overcome this pitfall, cultivate humility. Remind yourself that the journey is ongoing, and there is always room for growth. True wisdom lies in recognizing how much there is yet to learn. Approach others with compassion and an open heart, understanding that everyone is on their unique path. Practices like gratitude journaling and self-reflection can help keep spiritual arrogance in check. By focusing on your own growth rather than comparing yourself to others, you maintain authenticity. Additionally, seek out communities where humility and mutual respect are valued. Spiritual arrogance is a barrier to enlightenment. By embracing humility and interconnectedness, you deepen your spiritual practice and stay aligned with your higher purpose. Misinterpreting celibacy. Another forbidden technique is the misinterpretation of celibacy. Many equate semen retention with complete abstinence from relationships or intimacy, leading to feelings of isolation and imbalance. While celibacy can be a powerful tool for some, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. The goal of semen retention is not to reject intimacy, but to cultivate conscious connections. Misinterpreting celibacy can lead to emotional suppression and a disconnection from the richness of human relationships. Intimacy, when approached mindfully, can be a sacred exchange of energy that enhances your spiritual growth. To avoid this trap, redefine your understanding of celibacy. It's not about avoiding intimacy, but about engaging with it responsibly. Learn to channel sexual energy into deeper emotional and spiritual connections. Practices like tantric meditation and heart-centered communication can help you cultivate a balanced approach. It's also important to recognize that celibacy is a choice, not an obligation. Your journey should align with your values and personal aspirations, whether you choose celibacy or conscious intimacy. The key is to remain true to yourself and your spiritual path. Misinterpreting celibacy creates unnecessary rigidity. By embracing a balanced perspective, you can experience the fullness of life while staying aligned with your higher purpose. The trap of over-intellectualization. On the path of semen retention and spirituality, it's easy to fall into the trap of over-intellectualization. This forbidden technique occurs when individuals become overly focused on theories, philosophies, or techniques, neglecting the experiential aspect of their journey. Over-intellectualization creates a disconnect between knowledge and practice. While understanding concepts is important, true growth comes from embodying them. For example, reading about meditation will not yield the same benefits as consistently practicing it. Similarly, analyzing energy flow will not enhance it unless accompanied by tangible practices like breathwork or yoga. This pitfall often arises from a fear of vulnerability. Engaging in spiritual practices requires stepping out of the mind and into the heart, which can feel uncomfortable. However, transformation happens when you embrace this discomfort and allow yourself to experience life fully. To counter over-intellectualization, prioritize action over analysis. Dedicate time each day to meditation, journaling, or other practices that ground you in the present moment. Balance learning with doing, and seek to integrate knowledge into your daily life. Remember, spirituality is not about collecting information but about cultivating wisdom through experience. By grounding yourself in practice, you transcend the limitations of the mind and step into the realm of higher consciousness, neglecting the role of community. The journey of semen retention and spirituality is deeply personal, but it's not meant to be walked alone. Neglecting the role of the community is a forbidden technique that can lead to isolation, stagnation, and a lack of accountability. Human beings are inherently social creatures, and connection is vital for growth. A supportive community provides encouragement, accountability, and shared wisdom. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals helps you stay motivated and grounded. Whether it's an online forum, a meditation group, or a trusted mentor, finding your tribe can accelerate your progress. However, not all communities are beneficial. Be discerning about the groups you join. Avoid those that foster judgment, competition, or rigid ideologies. Instead, seek out spaces that value openness, mutual respect, and genuine growth. Engaging with a community doesn't mean losing your individuality. It's about sharing your journey and learning from others. Practices like group meditations or accountability check-ins can enhance your discipline and deepen your understanding. Ultimately, the role of the community is to uplift and support you. By embracing connection, you enrich your spiritual path and create a ripple effect of positivity that extends beyond yourself. The pitfall of perfectionism. A significant forbidden technique in the journey of semen retention and spirituality is perfectionism. The belief that you must flawlessly adhere to your practices creates unnecessary pressure, leading to guilt and self-criticism when you inevitably falter. This mindset turns your spiritual journey into a rigid obligation rather than a transformative process. Perfectionism often stems from a fear of failure or judgment. It's essential to recognize that setbacks are a natural part of growth. Every misstep offers an opportunity for learning and self-awareness. By embracing imperfection, you shift your focus from unattainable ideals to genuine progress. Instead of striving for perfection, aim for consistency. Create realistic goals and celebrate small victories along the way. If you stumble, use it as a moment to reflect and adjust, rather than punish yourself. This approach fosters resilience and long-term commitment. Practices like self-compassion meditation can help combat perfectionism. Remind yourself that you are human and that growth is a journey, not a destination. By letting go of the need for perfection, you free yourself to experience the joy and richness of spiritual practice. In the end, perfectionism is a barrier, not a bridge. Embrace imperfection as a vital part of your journey, and you will find greater peace and authenticity in your practice. Overemphasis on results. Another forbidden technique is placing excessive emphasis on results. The desire to achieve specific outcomes, such as increased energy or spiritual awakening, can detract from the essence of your practice. This results-oriented mindset shifts your focus from the present moment to future goals, creating anxiety and dissatisfaction. The spiritual path is not a transactional process. True growth comes from surrendering to the journey without attachment to results. When you obsess over outcomes, you risk losing sight of the transformative power of the process itself. For example, meditating solely to experience bliss can lead to frustration when such states don't occur. To counter this pitfall, cultivate an attitude of non-attachment. Focus on the practice rather than the results. Engage in activities like mindfulness meditation or gratitude journaling to ground yourself in the present moment. By appreciating the journey, you align with the natural flow of growth and transformation. Additionally, redefine your metrics for success. Instead of seeking tangible results, value the subtle shifts in awareness and understanding that arise from your efforts. These intangible benefits often have a more profound impact on your life. Remember, the journey is the reward. By letting go of the need for specific outcomes, you open yourself to the boundless possibilities of spiritual growth. Disregarding the role of intuition. Intuition is a powerful guide on the spiritual path, yet many people disregard it in favor of rigid structures or external advice. This forbidden technique undermines your connection to your inner wisdom, which is essential for authentic growth. Ignoring intuition often stems from a lack of trust in oneself. You may feel that others, be it teachers, books, or online sources, know better than you. While guidance is valuable, it should complement, not replace, your inner voice. Spirituality is a deeply personal journey, and your intuition often knows what's best for you. To strengthen your intuition, practice listening to your inner voice. Techniques like journaling, meditation, and spending time in nature can help you connect with your intuitive self. Pay attention to the subtle signals your body and mind send you, and learn to differentiate between fear-based thoughts and genuine intuitive insights. It's also important to balance intuition with discernment. While your inner voice is a powerful guide, ensure it aligns with ethical principles and your broader spiritual goals. By combining intuition with conscious reflection, you create a harmonious approach to growth. Trusting your intuition fosters self-reliance and authenticity. By honoring this inner wisdom, you navigate your journey with confidence and clarity. Neglecting the importance of service. The journey of semen retention and spirituality often emphasizes personal growth, but neglecting the importance of service is a forbidden technique that limits your progress. True spirituality transcends the self, encompassing compassion and a desire to uplift others. Service is a powerful way to channel the energy cultivated through semen retention. By using your heightened vitality and awareness to benefit others, you align with higher principles and deepen your spiritual connection. Acts of kindness, mentorship, or community involvement create a ripple effect, spreading positivity and fostering interconnectedness. Neglecting service can lead to self-centeredness or stagnation. When you focus solely on personal growth, you risk creating an imbalanced perspective. Spirituality is not just about individual transformation, but also about contributing to the collective well-being. Integrating service into your journey can be simple. Volunteer for a cause you're passionate about, lend a listening ear to someone in need, or share your knowledge and experiences with others. These actions not only benefit others but also enhance your sense of purpose and fulfillment. Remember, the energy you cultivate is not meant to be hoarded, but shared. By embracing service as a core aspect of your practice, you elevate both yourself and the world around you. Final thoughts. The journey of semen retention and spirituality is a path of self-mastery and transformation. Avoiding forbidden techniques is not about following rigid rules but about cultivating awareness and intentionality. Suppression, over-reliance on external tools, emotional neglect, misuse of spiritual practices, and physical neglect are pitfalls that can hinder your progress. By addressing these challenges with mindfulness and integrity, you can unlock your true potential. Transform your energy, integrate your shadows, and embody spiritual principles in every aspect of your life. This journey is not just about achieving higher consciousness, but about becoming the highest version of yourself. As you continue on this path, remember that growth is a process, not a destination. Each step, no matter how small, brings you closer to your higher self. Trust in the process, honor your journey, and embrace the profound transformation that awaits.